What's up, everybody? All right, thank you so much for making it here. I want to talk about Rap Week. What is Rap Week? Rap Week is Ranger Assessment Program Week. All right, it is a week of hell. It is basically everything you have to go through in order to even get into Ranger School. All right, this week sucks. You do all kinds of stuff. You take the RPFT, which is the Ranger Physical Fitness Test. You do the Darby Mile, the Darby Queen. You do land navigation. You do the combat water survival assessment tests. You do weapons. You just do all kinds of stuff, and you have to pass each event to make it into Ranger School and to go to the next event. All right, so I want to talk about one specific event, the event that broke me, the event that made me recontemplate my life. And this was one of the most pivotal decisions probably in my life, because the accomplishment of Ranger School has propelled my success and everything I've done in life ever since then. And this single moment almost took that all away from me, from a simple little choice. I had two choices: quit or drive on. And so I want to talk about this really quick. So been in Rap Week. It's day 3 or 4, and one of the last events you have to do is a 12-mile ruck in under 3 hours. All right, I'm a littler guy. I'm 5'6", 5'7", and I have to run. Them 6 foot tall guys, they just stride it out and they're good. I'm running and jogging and fighting for my life, and I'm not the strongest with the ruck. So you're pretty broke, you're getting very little sleep, almost no sleep for the week, very little food, you're tired, you're broke, you don't want to be there anymore, you're questioning your reality, you're questioning why you even decided to go there in the first place. And then it comes time for the ruck. All right, they had us pack our ruck, and it was supposed to be a 35-pound ruck, and it was definitely easily over 50 pounds, and it sucked. And so we put it on, and the second I put it on, I was just like, yeah, this is gonna be terrible. So we go out to the course, and the course was 2 6-mile loops. So again, it's 12 miles in under 3 hours. It's a 15-minute mile pace, all right, with a 50-pound ruck on your back. So it was 2 6-mile loops. You had to do each loop in an hour and a half in order to pass. So the first loop happens, right? I'm on the first loop. I'm hyped. I'm motivated. I'm ready to go. I'm speed walking. I'm running a little bit, but I'm mainly speed walking. And they don't let you have any watches or timers or anything. So you don't know your pace. You don't know your time. There's one clock at the beginning that you'll see after you do the first lap, and then you won't see it again until you finish. So all I know is I have to lap around, and I have to be an hour and a half or less when I get back. So I get started, I'm going, and it felt like this entire loop was all uphill. Like I was just smoked, I was tired, and I didn't want to do it. And I was pretty broke. I was coming into the first lap, and the thought of doing a second lap was pretty daunting. I was already almost questioning, do I want to do this second lap? Like I was just broke. And I got there, I looked at the clock after the first lap, and it said 1 hour and 37 minutes. 37. I have to be under 30. So I'm 7 minutes off pace. So not only do I have to do another lap, but I have to do it 7 minutes faster to make up for those 7 minutes. And then I have to do it at a 7-minute faster pace. So I essentially have 14 minutes to make up here. And I couldn't do it. I quit for a moment. I just said, there's no way, I'm not gonna do it. And I freaking quit. I walked a couple hundred yards past the start line where they couldn't quite see me anymore, and I quit. I stopped, I unclipped my ruck, and I dropped it, and I put it on the ground. They had a truck that was driving around, and they were picking up people that were LOM. LOM is lack of motivation, basically saying you quit. And I was gonna wait for the truck, and I was gonna get picked up, and I was gonna go home. And I sat there for about a minute or two, and then I was thinking, well, my unit, they see how you fail out of Ranger School, and they're gonna see that I LOM. They're gonna see that I quit. And I told myself, look, you know what? I got so much crap for even going there. Everyone said I didn't belong there, that I shouldn't go. And so I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna quit. I'm just gonna put on the ruck, and I'm gonna go, and I'll just fail time, and I won't make time, and at least it'll just say I failed the ruck, and that's a lot better than quitting. So keep in mind, I had to make up 14 minutes. I probably stopped for 4 or 5 minutes. So I'm, pushing 19, 20 minutes behind schedule that I have to make up now. So I put on the ruck and I just started walking. And in my head, I just couldn't bring myself to not try, to not give it everything I had. And so I said, you know what, screw it. There was a bunch of trees. I picked a tree that looked about a football field up. I was like, I'm gonna run to that tree. And I ran to the tree. Then I sped walk as fast as I could I picked another tree. I sped walk to that tree. And then I picked another tree and I ran. And I just did this, speed walk, run, speed walk, run. And as I progressed, the runs got further, the speed walks got shorter but faster. And we just kept going and chugging and chugging and chugging and chugging. And it hurt. My shoulders hurt. I wanted to cry. I did cry. I felt sorry for myself, but I didn't quit. I did not quit. And I just kept going and going. And I finally made it to the finish line. I made it to the finish line with 2 hours and 53 minutes on the clock. So I made up the 20 minutes that I was off, plus an additional 7 minutes. So I made up about 27 minutes on something that I didn't even think was possible. I didn't even think I could do. And we freaking went and did it and got it done. Now that wasn't the worst part, because that meant I made it into Ranger School and the RIs came out and said, congratulations Rangers, you've officially made it into Ranger School. And then a part of me cried and a part of me died, because I was like, man, if it sucked that bad, and we're not even in the school yet, but that's a whole nother story. The moral of the story is that you are so much more capable than what you think you can accomplish, but you have to be willing to go to the points and push yourself to get to those levels. Most people that are watching this, and most people in life, will never get to that point. They will never push themselves hard enough to see what they're truly capable of. The human body is incredible. The body will go as long as the mind tells it to. Yes, there's pain, there's things that happen, and there are physical limitations that will stop you, but as long as that body is willing and able, it just needs that mind. It needs that mind to power it and tell it what to do. You have to make the conscious choice to push yourself to achieve the goals and achieve the things that you set out to do. Yes, if you have high goals, it's gonna come with great sacrifice. If you wanna be a multi-millionaire, you wanna own your own company, you wanna retire early, you wanna be financially free, it just doesn't come overnight. It comes with sacrifice. You will have to sacrifice sleep. You will have to sacrifice time. You will have to sacrifice a lot of different things. You will go stints of your life without doing what you want to do, but you got to look at the greater picture. You got to look at the overall goal and hope and pray that that goal is big enough, that you've created a big enough goal that supersedes the downspouts that you're going to have to go through to get to that goal. And so just keep that in mind. If you want to accomplish something, if you want to lose weight, yeah, you're gonna have to diet, you're gonna have to exercise, you're gonna have to put in work. It's gonna freaking suck. You're gonna wanna quit. But the difference between those that do and those that don't is those that have the grit to not quit. So pick up some sand, establish some grit, and don't freaking quit. And let's go conquer some goals. Let's get it.